Amsterdam became one of the most memorable cities I've ever visited. I explored royal palaces, visited one of the most moving museums in the world, walked through masterpieces by Van Gogh, learned why tulips became one of history's biggest financial bubbles, and ate some of Amsterdam's must-try foods. If you are planning to visit Amsterdam, even just for a layover, stay until the end because I'll share exactly the best places to visit, how much this entire adventure cost, and one mistake you definitely don't want to make. Let's start at Schiphol Airport. One of the best things about Amsterdam is just how easy it is to reach from Schiphol Airport. I took the intercity direct train, and in only about 21 minutes, I arrived at Amsterdam Central Station. Unlike many major cities where airports are far outside downtown, Amsterdam lets you go from an international terminal to centuries of history in under half an hour. Stepping outside Central Station, you're immediately surrounded by canals, bicycles, historic buildings, and a city that has been a major trading center since the Dutch Golden Age in the 1600s. Amsterdam grew into one of the richest cities in Europe through global trade, shipping, and finance, helping shape the modern world we know today. Pancakes Amsterdam. Before exploring, I had to try one of the Netherlands' most famous comfort foods. I stopped at Pancakes Amsterdam and ordered a pancake topped with stroopwafel crumble along with a coffee. Dutch pancakes are different from American pancakes. They're larger, thinner, and have been enjoyed for centuries. And if you've never tried stroopwafel before, you're missing out. It was invented in the Netherlands during the late 1700s and has become one of the country's most recognizable treats. Royal Palace, Amsterdam. At first glance, it looks like a traditional European palace, but surprisingly, it wasn't built as one. Completed in the 17th century during Amsterdam's Golden Age, it originally served as the city's town hall. At the time, Amsterdam had become one of the wealthiest cities on Earth, thanks to the Dutch East India Company and worldwide trade. The building was designed to showcase the city's incredible wealth. In the early 1800s, Napoleon Bonaparte's brother, Louis Bonaparte, converted it into a royal palace. Today, it's still used by the Dutch royal family for official ceremonies and state events. Inside, you'll find magnificent marble halls, elaborate sculptures, and one of Europe's finest examples of Dutch classical architecture. It's hard to believe this masterpiece was originally built for city government. Amsterdam Tulip Museum. Just a short walk away is the Amsterdam Tulip Museum. Although it's small, it tells one of the most fascinating economic stories in history. Tulips aren't actually native to the Netherlands. They were brought from the Ottoman Empire during the 16th century. Soon, tulips became a luxury item. By the 1630s, rare tulip bulbs became so valuable that people were paying the price of an entire house for a single bulb. This event became known as Tulip Mania, often considered the world's first recorded financial bubble. When prices eventually collapsed, thousands lost fortunes almost overnight. It's a reminder that speculative investing has existed for hundreds of years. Anne Frank House. During World War II, after Nazi Germany occupied the Netherlands, Anne Frank and her family hid inside a secret annex behind her father's business building for more than 2 years. While hiding, Anne wrote what would later become one of the most famous books in history, The Diary of a Young Girl. Her diary gives an incredibly personal account of fear, hope, courage, and everyday life during one of humanity's darkest periods. Eventually, the family was discovered and deported to concentration camps. Anne died shortly before the war ended at just 15 years old. If you're planning to visit, make sure to reserve your ticket well in advance, because they often sell out weeks ahead. Rijksmuseum. It is a bit of a walk from the Anne Frank House to the Rijksmuseum and the Van Gogh Museum, but I got to wander through Amsterdam's picturesque canals, historic streets, and quiet neighborhoods, experiencing the city beyond the usual tourist spots. Along the way, I noticed bicycles everywhere, many of them left unlocked, which perfectly captures Amsterdam's famous cycling culture and the sense of trust that makes the city so unique. I reached Rijksmuseum, the Netherlands' National Museum. Even if you don't have time to explore the entire museum during a layover, it's worth stopping by. The building itself is stunning and has become one of Amsterdam's most recognizable landmarks. The museum houses over 800 years of Dutch history and art, including masterpieces by Rembrandt, Vermeer, and Frans Hals. Its most famous painting is Rembrandt's The Night Watch, completed in 1642 and considered one of the greatest paintings ever created. I regret not seeing this painting on this layover, so don't miss it. Van Gogh Museum. Vincent van Gogh is now celebrated as one of history's greatest artists, yet during his lifetime, he struggled with poverty, mental illness, and recognition. He created more than 2,000 artworks in just over a decade, but sold very few while he was alive. Today, his paintings, including sunflowers, almond blossom, and many of his self-portraits, are admired by millions around the world. The museum contains the world's largest collection of Van Gogh's works, allowing visitors to follow his artistic journey. Even if you're not an art enthusiast, understanding his life story makes the experience incredibly powerful. It's amazing how someone who received so little recognition during his lifetime eventually became one of the most influential artists in history. Return to Schiphol. One thing I learned the hard way is to have your cellular data ready as soon as you land. A lot of places don't have free Wi-Fi, so I recommend to download Airlo and register for a data plan ahead of time. I might have been lost without the nice local who helped me. Don't make this mistake as it can ruin your trip. After an unforgettable afternoon, I took the bus back to Schiphol Airport. If you're planning a similar layover, I recommend leaving at least 3 hours to get through airport security and immigration comfortably. Before wrapping up, here's exactly how much I spent on this Amsterdam layover. What amazed me most was how affordable these experiences are. For just a few euros, you can visit places that preserve some of the world's greatest stories, admire masterpieces that millions travel across the globe to see, and walk through landmarks that have shaped history. It's incredible value for experiences you'll remember for a lifetime. Transportation costs 12 euros, train going to Amsterdam is 6 euros, and bus going back to the airport is 6 euros. For food, I treated myself to a delicious Dutch pancake and coffee at Pancakes Amsterdam for 24 euros. For the attractions, the Royal Palace costs about 16 euros, the Tulip Museum is 5 euros, the Anne Frank House is 16 euros, and admission to the Van Gogh Museum is 25 euros. That brings the total cost for this entire layover adventure to just 98 euros. For experiences like these, every euro was money well spent. And that's everything I managed to experience during just one layover in Amsterdam. Amsterdam proves that you don't need days to experience the heart of a city. You just need a little planning and a sense of adventure. Sometimes the most memorable part of a journey isn't the destination itself, it's the unexpected stop along the way. So if you ever find yourself with a long layover at Schiphol Airport, don't just wait at your gate. Step outside, explore Amsterdam, and turn a few spare hours into an experience you'll remember for a lifetime. Thanks for watching CanTravel, exploring the world one step at a time. If you like this video, hit like, share, and subscribe.